All right. Welcome to Boss Talk, episode 3. As usual, I want to thank you guys for joining us and locking in with what we have going on. I'm your host, Jay Porter. Today, we have a very special guest. I want to introduce you guys to a really good friend of mine, Twanna Sanders, entrepreneur, life coach, investor, mother, and wife. Twanna, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you locking in with me and allowing us the time to sit here and chat with you today on Boss Talk. How's everything going?
Everything is fabulous, Jay. And I just appreciate you, first of all, for even having this type of platform. We need it. And I'm honored to be on today as a special guest.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. So, like all of my other interviews and conversations, I don't want to waste any time. I want to jump right into what we have to discuss today so that our viewers feel that we're providing something substantial. So as an entrepreneur, life coach, investor, what inspires you? What inspired you to actually become a life coach? How'd that come about?
Oh, it's so funny. I happened I'm a retired hairstylist, by the way. I've been doing hair for like all my life.
Okay.
And as many of you know, your barbers and your hairstylists becoming your therapist or your life coach. So
Right.
that is what has given me the passion to do that
Okay.
working with many people. So, and then my husband and I in our late 20s, we formed a youth group. So it just spawned from there.
Okay. Okay. And what steps, aside of you said you got kind of into this by being a hairstylist, what other steps for a person that may be looking to become a life coach, what steps should they take if interested in doing something like this?
Well, outside of forming my recent company, which is called Love You More, it is a life coaching company. Outside of that, all of us became certified. And there's many ways you can become certified. We went through another company and we paid monthly and we got we found out what our niches were and we just became certified in those various niches.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Helpful information. I'm sure there are people that are watching that want to understand how to, get into that space. Now, let me ask you another question. As a mother and as a wife, what are some of the challenges that you faced or have faced in being an entrepreneur?
First of all, the main challenge was developing the mindset.
Right.
Because a lot of people, and a lot of people think that success is a straight line, and it's really not. It's a bunch of curveballs and
Right.
dead ends. And
Right.
basically, the one thing that I would leave with people is never stop developing.
Right.
Because one of the challenges that I faced becoming an entrepreneur as a hairstylist and having my own salon and stuff like that was getting out of my own head, overthinking and things like that. You really have to get the classes, the skill set, and never stop evolving. Always reinvent yourself, because if you don't evolve, you will evaporate. So developing myself and personal development is an ongoing thing for me. So that way, if I wanted to make $1,000 a month, I had to become a think like $1,000 a month entrepreneur. But if I wanted to become a 6-figure entrepreneur, I had to develop that and hang around certain type of people that have already accomplished that. So that's basically one of the challenges is the mindset. You have to really work on your mind, because that's where life starts and ends. Right there is a mindset.
And in regards to working on the mind, because I know I have my daily practices of what I do to keep myself strengthened. What are some of the things that you do to keep your mind strong in the game and focusing on the end goal that you have set for yourself?
What you don't know is you just set people up for the win right here, because you do have to have daily disciplines. So when you're an entrepreneur, it's totally different from being an employee, because they tell you when to get up, eat, and all that stuff. But you yourself have to be disciplined in such a way where if you're going to treat your business, you want to get paid like it's a business. You got to treat it like it's a business. So what I do is I get up, I do my meditations, I eat healthy, I exercise, and I have to get something in me. I have to feed my mind something positive, So, and as an entrepreneur, and I have several businesses, and we meet every morning. We have a roundup or like a huddle every single morning, just to keep our mind focused and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that I do in the morning. And then I set a schedule.
Okay.
You know, every day I got to know what my week is looking like. As a hairstylist, I had to know what my month was looking like. I didn't wait till the day of to plan.
Right. So you already have this like written out on paper, what you're looking to do or what you already have scheduled to do before moving forward.
Absolutely. I set my schedule on Sundays. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if we already know the cliche, if you don't plan, you'll end up failing, you know. So you got to have a plan. You got to have a roadmap.
A man that failed a plan plans to fail. Absolutely true.
Absolutely.
All right. What about because I'm big on manifestations. What about your manifestations? Do you write those down as well and speak them out loud until you bring them to life? Right. I mean, I know the answer.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. So, and I teach manifestation. That is one of my things. I'm actually a shaman, and I believe in, and that's another class. You would have to hire me, but I'm all about
after the show.
Oh, I got you, bro. Absolutely. So I have 2 books here. I have many journals, right? So the one I have is Write Your Story. I don't know if you can see that. It's called Write Your Story.
There we go. Yeah.
And so in here I'm all about, okay, so you have the subconscious mind and the conscious mind real quick. I'm all about putting my vision out there, because it's something about saying what you already have. It's just like your actions just follow through.
Right.
Once you've established in your mind, it's your body just follows. And so I have that, you'll Write Your Story. And then when I'm out prospecting, because I'm always looking for somebody to join my agency or for clients, I keep this book and I bring it out, and I like to cast vision. It's called Dream Big. I got this from Dollar Tree for $1.
Wow.
And so I write my intentions in here and my affirmations in here. And then anybody that I want to help, I do this for them. I write their information in here. You know, it's a conversation starter.
Nice. Good
so
deal.
I'm all about it too.
That's wonderful. And it's always glad. I mean, I'm always glad when I'm speaking with somebody and they're on that same vibe. That makes me happy for sure. Now, let me ask you this. How do you maintain balance between work and family with all that you have going on?
So I ask that often. The only way that there can be any balance, give up the idea of balance in the physical. Balance is inside. So when I say I get up every morning to meditate and listen to something peace, you know, to feed my soul and my mind, that's where I find the balance within me. Because the balance on the outside, life is chaotic. Life can happen at any moment. But if I maintain my peace on the inside, I can, now it's not always, sometimes I get blindsided. But because I'm centered and anchored on the inside, I'm able to handle all that's coming at me on the outside. That's how I found that. I find balance inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good response to that. All this stuff, I mean, I'm picking up things from this as well. So I know it's going to help other people. Here's a big one for me, and I'll talk on how it's crucial for myself after asking, but how important to you is self-esteem when pursuing your dreams?
Ooh, it's up there with oxygen. Because I swear it is, because I get so many people make excuses of why they can't.
Right.
And it's not who you are that keeps you from your goals and achieving any level of success. It's who you think you're not.
Right.
So you gotta work on your self-image. If you don't, you won't achieve much in life.
Right.
You'll stay right where you are. Not at all.
I always, I got this from my mother, man. You look good, you feel good. You know, and you are what you think, you are what you believe, you become all of that. So for me, self-esteem has always been through the roof. And not everybody knows how to take to that. Some people take it the wrong way. But at the end of the day, it's not for me to convince you of who it is that I am. I know who I am. I'm walking in my light. So that's also good to hear. Let's talk a little bit about the investing. Again, you wear
Mhm.
many hats. You do a lot of different things as myself as an entrepreneur. I think it's important to focus on giving details and giving some feedback to the people that listen in and tune in with us so they understand what it really takes to become a person like yourself or
Mhm.
myself. What's some of the benefits of investing in, and what is the most important thing you think a person should invest in?
So what is the what are the benefits of investing? The benefits
Mm-hmm.
of investing is becoming your own bank.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You get to write your own checks,
Mm-hmm.
and it depends on what you're investing in, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'll name two. Real estate is a big one for me because he who owns the land can make the rules.
Right.
And being African American, if you don't own land, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't
Right.
like to talk about people. I don't pass judgment, but you got to own. You got to
On
own some
something.
real estate. You got to
Right.
own something. And another thing is mutual funds, because
Mm-hmm.
we all know that a compound interest is the seventh wonder of the world. You see what I'm saying? So compounding interest is really beats the rule of 72 in the regular traditional banking system,
Mm-hmm.
because what people don't know is the banks is taking your money that's sitting in there, they're giving you 0.01% and putting it into a bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you get with the right people, you can invest in that same market.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're where the corporations and the, what do they call it? I can't, the word escapes me, but you're not just an individual. You're paying in a larger pool, and you're getting a
Mm-hmm.
higher yield on your interest rate because of inflation. And I
Mm-hmm.
study inflation, and I used to be a registered representative trainee for Charles Schwab. I'm a nerd. I'm cool, but I'm a nerd.
Right.
But I think everybody that don't invest needs to know this one thing. If you don't put your money to work for you, you'll always be working for money. Inflation is going up to 5%. There is about to be what they call a wealth gap, and it's increasing. It's already there. But if you don't put money to work for you soon,
Right.
you'll be when the category of the have-nots. And I hate to say that, I get talked about all the time about that, but that working class is about to be wiped out. But that's a whole nother conversation. You got to
Mm-hmm.
invest in something.
Right.
And the best thing to invest in, most importantly, outside those things, I add a third one, is yourself.
Right. Right. And if a person's going to start, they need to start immediately. You know,
Right now.
don't waste any time. Again, I think I find myself saying this every time
Mhm.
I'm on the show. Start immediately. Don't wait another second. Um, let me ask you this: do you believe in following your intuition, following your gut in most cases?
Yes, because I think for myself.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
100%.
Right. Why is that important?
Well, I believe that I'm a sovereign being.
Mm-hmm.
And if I sit still long enough, spirit itself will give me all the answers I ever need, because my life plan is not cookie cutter.
Right.
I'm an individual and I have my own life path. So
Right.
if I listen to what somebody else is saying, that's their opinion
Right.
and it's not coming from source. So yes, I totally 100% believe in
Good
following my
deal.
intuition.
Good deal. Good deal. This has been very informative, and I think enlightening. I definitely want to thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit and talk with me. I appreciate it. We made it work. We're in two
We
different
made it
cities,
work.
so we set up the Zoom. We got it. We got it all coordinated and got to it. But I definitely want to thank you. Now we're going to include on the actual video how people can locate and get in touch with you if anybody wants to follow up for any of your services. But if you could just go ahead and share the social media account that you would like for people to follow or tag if looking to reach out to you.
Absolutely. They can actually follow my personal one, because then at that point they could just DM me and get to anything else that I do.
Good
It is
deal.
underscore Twanna, TWANNA_S.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Well, again, Twanna, I want to thank you for joining me again on Boss Talk. We appreciate your time. To our viewers, as always, please share, like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with somebody that you care about. We'll catch you guys next time. This is Boss Talk. I'm your host, Jay Porter.
Thank you for having me, Jay.